We're speaking with Robin Finnell, image consultant and wardrobe stylist. Robin, hi. We were talking about the clothing, and I'd like to know exactly what an image consultant and wardrobe stylist does.
Well, basically, as little or as much as a client wants. Sometimes, as an image consultant, I can give a referral to a top hairdresser or a makeup artist, or, you know, I can't do it all. I wish I could say that I can. I do a very great job, I think, of dressing women, but you don't want me cutting your hair, putting your makeup on. So I can make recommendations. And as far as a wardrobe stylist, once again, as little or as much as a client wants. Sometimes maybe client's just missing a few basic pieces in her wardrobe, or needs something for some specific occasions and is not quite sure what it is she wants. Other times they need to start over. I have gone into people's closets and we've done a real evaluation, pulled everything out and then carefully put back in what a client really needs or wears. There's something called the 80-20 rule, and it applies to a variety of situations, but in a closet, we tend to wear 20% of our clothing 80% of the time. And what happens is that remaining 80% is taking up an awful lot of valuable space, and you need to figure out why it's in there. And if in fact you're not wearing it, especially after 2 years, it may need to go. So, you know, once we've done, we figure out what clients' needs are. You know, what's missing from this closet? Do you have things for specific occasions? And then what I like to do is bring them into my studio, where we talk about the Doncaster collection, and start filling those holes.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. And you're right. I do find that myself. I don't wear all of the clothing, of course, and tend to go toward just a few and repeat those over and over.
There are comfort clothes.
I guess so, yeah. Or something you think you really look good in, the style or the color. Yeah, and that's what you're going to tell us more about. So go into what the Doncaster collection is.
The Doncaster collection is a designer line of women's clothing. It is what we call a bridge line. It's not the top-end designers, and it's not your, you know, basic department store brands. It's in between. We're talking fine Italian, French, English fabrics, Asian silks, and very many of them done in our factory. The Doncaster collection was started in 1931 as a men's shirt and collar company, and you may not know this, we made neckerchiefs for the Navy in World War II, which is kind of a fun fact. We started women's clothing when Millie Tanner, it's a family-owned company.
Oh, I see.
Millie, I should tell you that the Doncaster name comes from Doncaster, England, which is where Millie and Bobo honeymooned. And that was one of their favorite places, so they decided to name the company Doncaster.
Oh, that's cute.
It became a women's clothing line when Millie, who was very active in the Junior League of Charlotte, wanted to raise funds for their projects. They decided to take these men's shirts, change them into women's shirt dresses, and they trained the Junior League volunteers how to sell these dresses to the prominent women of Charlotte and raise funds for their projects. So that was the start of the women-to-women selling.
That's very interesting. And you know, the shirt dresses, they go in and out of style, because through the years, I remember seeing my aunts used to wear them, my mother wore them, I had them on off and on different times.
Absolutely.
And then now I think some of them are back again as well. Isn't that interesting? I love those. Yeah.
It is.
So now, tell me, do you also work with clients on a one-to-one basis?
I do. I think that if you have to divide your time between more than one client, you know, between an additional client, you're not giving the service that you really want to give. So what I'd like to do is to bring a client into my studio and really sit her down and talk to her about what her needs are. We talk about body type, and obviously we're not all shaped the same. Some of us are, like me, a triangle, where I'm a little bigger on the bottom than I am on the top. But there are people who are reverse triangles. There are people who are rectangles. There are people A friend of mine refers to herself as an apple. I'm not sure that I really like that
analogy.
Exactly. But and then there's the hourglass shape. And so what you want to do is make sure that you focus on what you put your client in is appropriate for her body type. And so we go through, we try on. The Doncaster collection is a trunk show. So I pretty much have one of each item. And it could range in size from a 0 all the way up to a 24. But we always have a size of each type of garment so that the client can try it on. And what we do is we order these items. Once they arrive, the client comes back, we determine proper fit, we might need to make some exchanges, or we might just have to send something back.
This initial assessment that you do with a client, then how long does it take? It sounds like you're really going into depth and discussing their shape or body type or colors.
Well, it's not a whole lot of time because, it's something that I'm pretty familiar with. We also want to talk about what their personal style is. Are they trendy? Are they classic? Romantic? Bohemian? There's all sorts of things because you don't want to put something on a client that's not who they are because they're going to be uncomfortable in it.
Yeah, what they're comfortable with. And exactly, that leads me to my next question. I wanted to ask you about confidence and boosting confidence. So give us some tips on how women can boost their confidence in what they wear.
Well, the first thing is know your body type. Determine what your style is. My dressing as bohemian would look really strange because I tend to be more of a classic with a trendy twist to it. What you're comfortable in, and make sure that what you buy fits you. You don't want anything too tight because that's going to accentuate, and you don't want anything too baggy either because it's going to make you look bigger than what you are. And the other thing that I would say is people tend to shy away from doing alterations because it adds to the cost of a garment. Alterations is a key ingredient in making something work for you. You might have to hem something an inch. You might have to take the sleeves up. You might have to take in the waist. But what that does is that makes that garment custom for you.
That's very interesting because I was the same way. I'd think, if it doesn't fit properly, I'm not going to alter it because it should fit me.
Right.
But now I realize that's not true at all. The sizes can only do so much. And by altering it, you are, in essence, making it your own style and your own particular dress or whatever, suit, whatever it happens to be.
Unless your body is the designer's fit model.
Which very few of us, of course,
Exactly.
are. Yeah, that's very interesting.
Exactly.
So that's my new thing that I definitely agree with you on. I did altering clothes, and I really like the way they fit much better after that.
I'm glad to hear that.
It's really great. So let's talk about, we have some samples here, and I want to talk about some of the spring and summer trends, and you can show us some of your samples.
Okay. Would love to. Big trends for spring is nautical and stripes. You can put stripes together. You need to be very careful, make sure that one color is consistent with both. But stripes are very huge for spring, and this particular jacket has been flying out of our showroom.
I love it. I have to say it's gorgeous. It's fabulous, yeah. And I'm very cautious about not knowing what to do to put stripes, and they're saying you can.
Well, and once again, you've got to have the confidence to be able to pull this off. I'm not sure that I do. I love the jacket. I might wear it with a solid red skirt, but I'm not sure that I would feel comfortable.
Oh, I would. I'd wear that in a minute. I
and
love
you know
it.
what? And that's what it is. It's a matter of, your own personal style and comfort.
Yeah.
Another huge trend is lace. You'll see lace everywhere in every genre. And this is a French Guipierre lace. It also comes in a parchment color. And there is a matching bolero jacket, perfect for a wedding, especially if you're going into a church. You want to be able to put, the jacket over it.
Yeah.
Another huge trend,
Pretty,
high
very pretty
voltage colors, as well as these pastels. I don't want to forget that. Pastels are also huge for spring.
So it's high voltage colors as well as pastels.
As well as pastels.
Oh, okay.
And to update your wardrobe, put a pop of hot pink or orange or mix them together because color blocking is still huge. Another big trend is transparent fabrics, and I just wanted to show you this. Nothing where you're going to, see through, but just a little hint of something. It might be on the bottom of a skirt. It might be,
this is up the top, just on the
absolutely the
neck
yoke
part,
area.
The yoke area. Oh, I see. I didn't realize that. Yeah, very nice.
Oh, it's
very
just
cool.
really pretty. Dresses are huge. Women are loving the fact that they can pull out one garment, put it on, and go. And there are just dresses everywhere right now.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, and I love these colors. Speaking of color, there's the hot colors, and you mentioned a few of them, just colors, but are there specific hot colors?
Well, the Pantone Color Institute, and I'm not sure how this got started, comes out each year with a color of the year. Last year was Tangerine Tango, and you saw this brilliant dark orange everywhere, and it has continued on to this year as well. But the 2013 color is Emerald Green.
Oh, emerald.
It's just a real rich, beautiful, deep emerald green, and I have seen it on a variety of the runways already. But Pantone has also come out with spring colors, 10 colors, and just absolutely beautiful shades, and I'm hoping that your camera crew can put them.
I will put them up as we're talking here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Pantone colors. Yeah, I hadn't heard that word before. I hadn't realized that it's a color palette. Oh, that's very interesting.
And a lot of them can be mixed and matched, which is kind of fun as well.
Okay, wonderful. And what's the one thing that a woman should have for spring? One or two things?
Well, I would say their confidence. Because if you feel confident in wearing something, you're going to look great. But if I had to choose, I probably would get something striped, whether it's a simple T-shirt or a jacket, or it could be some vertical striped pants, or something with a little bit of lace in it. Well, I just think the little touch of femininity is wonderful on women.
And the vertical would make somebody look thinner.
Exactly. And the horizontal stripes will add a little bit of girth.
Yes. I'm always afraid of those.
Well, and you know what? If it just like let me see if I can pull this out real quick.
The one with the red and the blue and
don't
the white.
Don't be afraid, to wear a column of color underneath it. Say if you wear navy blue pants and a navy blue top, that's going to give you your thinness. And then your stripes are going to give you your pop.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you don't have to say, I'm going to look heavy or wider with this on because I have the up and down color that's solid underneath the jacket. Oh, that sounds perfect. Okay, great. And where can people get more info if they want it about different colors or about
if you'd like to reach me, you can reach me at my email address, rbfinnell@gmail.com. I have a website, www.doncaster.com/Robin B. Finnell.
Okay, great. And so they can find out information about you, about your styling, about the Doncaster collection, about hot colors and tone colors. Okay, great.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Robin. I appreciate it.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure being here.
Good. Okay. We hope you've enjoyed meeting our guest, Robin Finnell, as much as I have, and you're inspired by her passions. If you know a woman who's gone above and beyond to contribute to our community, please email us. We're Woman's World TV at AOL.com. Remember, it's a woman's world. I'm Carolyn Bruna. See you next time.